What's up YouTube, Edgar here bringing you an action figure review. Well, today we're going to focus on an action figure upgrade actually from Toystay / Vincent Toys on Instagram and the website. This is a really cool upgrade piece of a head sculpt for the Hot Toys Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man figure. This is the re-release of Tobey Maguire from No Way Home, and here's my little Sam Raimi trilogy setup here. We got the OG black suit behind our new Spidey and the Goblin on the right. Of course, in the middle we have our Toystay head sculpt that's within this really cool metal tin packaging. So let's take a closer look at that. Check it out. Nice and sturdy. No dings, no dents in the shipment. Everything came nice and clean with a really cool window display of this title, a shrunken newspaper representing the Toystay brand. Let's take a closer look. Give your Toby a new lease of life. Let's go back to the wonderful period of 2002 to 2007. Toystay, the friendly neighborhood Spider-Man returns. Stanley Excelsior. Now, in the middle here is an actual photo of the figure. That is not a movie still. So I am excited to crack this open and see just how good this is, because I've seen incredible pictures online. And shout out to Vincent Toys for getting me on the second run so I can make this review and post it and just show you guys how cool this is. So it's made of a nice plastic material. No water damage can really get done to this thing, or really bending. It's got a really nice texture to it. So same thing in the front as the top here for the title of the newspaper. And we're going to move down to mask and R&D process. After running in more than 10 versions and combining more than a dozen parts, we have been making progress and working hard to do every detail to satisfy all trilogy fans. I hope you will be surprised and excited when you receive it. Most definitely. It's really tiny, so forgive my misreading there. Alright, so let's take this top layer of foam here off. You can see the perforation of the plastic card, and simple enough, our sweet Sam Raimi head. Man, you can already see through the plastic just how good this looks. Alright, let's get this out. Check this out. Truly incredible. You know, after having the regular head for a long time now, over a year probably, this just looks so accurate to the movie. It looks like just so iconic. All the subtleties, whatever characteristics, represents that Toby head, it's here. Now we do have the seam on the back here and a little bend at that webbing part. I'm fine with that, really. It's fine. Compared to what Hot Toy seams looks like, this is really clean. The proportions are just incredible. Let's take out the other head. And wow, look how wide the Hot Toys head is on the right. And sure, it's serviceable, but it looks like it's just not accurate to the original trilogy. The No Way Home Spidey suit is different, so I do give them credit for that, but it's just not there. It almost looks like it's based on the PS4 model from the Spider-Man game, which did not have an accurate Toby suit as well. Maybe they used that as a reference. But even if they did, the lens on the Hot Toys figure seemed too sunken into the head sculpt. It doesn't seem like the lens are sitting on top of the mask with a person underneath. And if you pay attention to how the light hits the head sculpt on the left, you can see that it looks like it's on top of the surface, and there's a face shell underneath. But let's check out the Hot Toys one on the right, and you'll see that, the light hits the rim of the fabric underneath the lens, and that's what just makes it seem like it's sunken in too much, especially the black lens, the frame of the lens on the Hot Toys one. further recedes it in the space to the eye. So, yeah, it's just a bit too sunken in. Look at the lip on the bottom here. And if you look underneath, it's not popping out at all. It's almost beneath the head sculpt. Not a problem on the Vincent Toys version or the Toystay version here. That lens is popping out. The brushed silver on the edges, there's no denying the dimension of this and just how well the webbed pattern falls on the form of the very angular face shell that Toby wears. Very nice. Let's bring it back. And I mean, I think the difference is night and day. It just looks straight out of the movie on the left. And what a testament to the team over there that got this done. It may be one designer, one artist. I'm not sure. Whoever is responsible for this, kudos to you. Congratulations. 100% worth the investment into this. I'm sure it's countless hours and manpower and research to shrink this head down to this little level and make it look this way. You know, it really doesn't look like a 1/6 scale figure with how low profile those webs are. I'm excited to pop this on the body. And here it is, the headless Spider-Man. Let's get this Vincent Toys head on. Here we go. And wow, it goes on really smooth, way smoother than what Hot Toys' head. You know, it kind of has like this friction that clamps on. That was much smoother. And I want to do a little salute pose, you know, but I don't have the right hand on. But you know the part in Spider-Man 2 where he salutes the kids after saving them? That's what the first thing I think of when I see this. It looks straight out of the movie. The proportion of the head just looks incredible. I'm not sure if you're seeing what I'm seeing. I've just seen those movies way too much to know that this just seems right. It seems great. Straight out of it. I wish it was a bit more bulky, but that's no fault to Toystay. That's just Hot Toys' slimmer body that they used for Toby in No Way Home, which is accurate. It is accurate. But boy, does this look good. A little bit of a turnaround here. Yeah, I mean, the webs look like they match pretty well. The red looks well matched to the body. The seam is not that bad. It might be even better than Hot Toys seam from what I can remember. I don't even want to pop the Hot Toys head on anymore. Let's look at the details here. It's a nice match. There's a seam on the back again. I don't think it can get any more flush than that. I think, you know, you're working with the best that it can get. But that lines up pretty nice. And it looks great. It really does. Let's see what the range of motion looks like here. So it looks really natural the way the head moves, the way you can look up all the way here, lift it up, and just be careful as you lift it. The seam can come up a little bit there on the neck. This is how low it can get. That looks nice and natural as well. Let's reset and let's just push it a bit to the left. Even more, and to the right. The movement looks really good. You know, I don't know if I would have preferred the neck to meet the head at the jaw or at the bottom of the neck there, like the original releases. But I guess the best of the best would be to somehow have it seamless. But I don't have the skills to do that, and I would hate to destroy this head in any way. But this looks pretty sweet. Alright, let's bring in the original Hot Toys head here. Yeah, for me, there's no comparison. There's no comparison. Listen, maybe if you were to brush some silver on the Hot Toys head sculpt, it would pop those lenses out a bit, but that would be the best thing you can do with that original head. But let's take another closer look at this. Man, I love the silver frames on these lenses, and there is a real depth to the actual lens themselves, you can just see how it's reflecting the lights. There's layers to it. There's like a clear layer and then like that mesh layer that has another layer of reflection in there. It's just really impressive. Look at that. It looks like a character portrait that you would look up on Google. And trust me, I know. I mean, I got a tattoo of something that's very similar to this on my arm, so I'm hardcore about Tobey Maguire. I'm just incredibly happy with this. I love how narrow it looks, the contour from the neck to the jaw that pops out just a little bit on the right there. Really, really nice. I know they're working on some more projects right now, Toystay, and it makes me want to buy more figures just to have the heads to put them on. So they're working on the black suit figure from Spider-Man 3, the re-release. Look at this. This is so clean. I know it's going to look incredible. I don't even own the new black suit, and I think I want it, you know? But then you have the Spider-Man 3 battle damaged Peter Parker. That looks awesome. And it's like, man, I'm tempted to get that as well. But then, man, do I need another figure to pose that on, right? Like, first world problems, huh? Like, maybe I can swap both once a month. These things are a work of art. So I'm happy to support these guys. As an artist myself, I know it takes a lot of work to research and make things accurate, this and that. And to make this accurate on a 1/6 scale in 3-dimensional space, incredibly impressive. I could not be more happy with this purchase. I haven't felt like this excited about something in a long time. And if you see when I posted my last video, it was a long time ago. And it just feels great to have the camera rolling again and just feel that excitement to just show you guys something super cool. Keep an eye out on Vincent Toys. If they do another run, you got to jump on this. You guys should really jump on this. It is worth it. It brings this figure to a whole new level, and I hope you'd be happy to support work like this. So until next time, you guys take care. Thanks for tuning in, and yeah, I'll probably have a shorter reel version of this as well. So just thanks for coming in, joining the show, and I'll see you later.